Hey nerds, strap in. We're going to be playing some Edge of Eternities Limited today. Not my first draft, but this is going to be my second draft online. So let's jump right in, queue up, and see how this goes. I'm curious, have you guys been enjoying Edge of Eternities Limited? I have had the chance to do actually so. I've done two different pre-releases this past weekend at my local stores, and I ended up going 2-1 day one with a... Ooh, what is this? When the Sarima enters, search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. That's an interesting one. Blast Zone's not something that I'm necessarily looking at. This card is actually insane, as is the Monoist Circuit Feeder. But I do really like the Landfall decks. There's some strong white in this deck, or in this pack. One good black card, two good green cards. So Glacier Godmaw, trample. When this creature enters, create a lander token. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, creatures you control gain +1/+1 in vigilance and haste. Is an insanely strong card. When this creature enters until end of turn, target creature X is the number of artifacts you control. I do really like green in this format, so let's stick with green. Let's grab that top end uncommon. Following that up, spell costs X to cast, just a little bit small. We're looking at the two green cards. Fungal Colossus is a nice one. It's a little bit late considering what we already have. Intrepid Tenderfoot would be my initial go-to if that's not what I'm looking at, just to stay on color. But I will say I am a big fan of the Night Luminary and Wetblade Enhancer. I've had really good runs with these two cards. This creature enters, destroy up to one target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage, it draws two cards. Faller's Faithful would also be a really good card. There is Poison, which I think is super funny in this. But let's go ahead. Night Luminary. I think we're going to look at the green-white. I'd keep the 2/2 to stay on, but I do like that Night Luminary, so let's grab that up. What do we got here? If we're looking at blue, we got another Fungal Colossus and then the 2/2 Death Toucher. I do like the 2/2 Death Toucher. When the creature enters, another target creature you control gains Death Touch until end of turn. Lets you get some damage through. With that said, if you control two or more, I do almost like Sammy's Ship's Engineer. When the spacecraft enters, return up to two target non-spacecraft creatures to their owner's hand. 6 mana for a bounce. Now that I have not had the opportunity to play with this card or against it, so maybe that's something worth looking into. I am seeing some blue in the artifacts here, so let's grab this. Mills 4 cards, 4/7. So let's look at blue. Let's see what we can possibly do in blue. Follow that up immediately with a breeding pool there. Starport Security is a good card. Add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifices draw X, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. All Fates Scroll. If I'm looking at being a big green-blue pile, definitely something I might be interested in. Gigastorm Titan is one that I had in my very first draft. I was playing a blue-white aggro artifact list in my very first draft, and Gigastorm Titan was one of the cards. Was not amazing, but I will say it was doable. Divert Disaster, counter target spell, and create a token. I'm almost here for that. But let's pick up the ramp. I have not used the card. I'd like to test it out. We can see how that works. Oh, perfect. So, lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you control two or more tapped, this would have went great with Sammy if we had stayed on that Sammy line. Similarly, Lux Knight Breacher. 2/2 gains +1/+1 counter for each creature or artifact you control. This does pretty well in that blue-white artifact deck. I would be interested in either Pinnacle Killship or Starbreach Whale because we're looking at that green-white. But Galactic Wayfarer, 3/3, creates a lander token. Just absolutely amazing. Orbital Plunge is one that I would look at picking up if I'm going to be that 3-color. Right now, I'm enjoying the Galactic Wayfarer pick. We're looking at that whale this time. That whale that we missed in that last pick. there are some good red cards here. 3 damage to each opponent. Exile all artifacts with mana 3 or less. That's much more of a constructed card than a limited. That double red is also aggressive. 3/3 for 3 at the beginning of your end step. If you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. Not bad. So right now, I am going to stick with the Starbreach Whale. I am going to be looking at that green-white go big. Go big or go home. And it does look like at least, or green-blue, sorry. Green-blue go big. Although there are some lander tokens in this red. Target creature gains. If this creature was cast for it, it also gains trample and haste. Honestly, that's a very interesting card. But I do think I want to stay on this like green blue kick, even though there is another Night Luminary there. But let's take the 2/2. Let's stay on point. Ooh, and immediately feel like maybe we gotta look at that white red. That is too much white for the end of the pack. Ooh, this might not be it, but I'm gonna take Sammy and I'm gonna add her to the sideboard. We'll keep her going. Alright, so this is the original pack here. Yeah, I do like the Lux Knight, but let's go with the Lander token. I do like the Lander tokens. This does look like it could transition into a red-green landfall deck as well. At the beginning of your step, you control 2 or more tapped. Yeah, that red-white deck is just looking solid. Crypto Zoo, when a target creature gains. Ooh, missed the pick. It happens. Creatures you control, Bright Spear Zealot. Let's get it in there. Rig for War. Yeah, we got some red and white. We got some red and white that we could definitely transition into, depending on how things are looking for us. But Pinnacle Emissary, whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless drone artifact creature token with flying, and this token can block only creatures with flying. So Pinnacle Emissary is honestly looking to be a really good card. I do not have very many artifacts. I'm looking at blue-green right now, but I could definitely splash that red. The issue is whenever you cast an artifact spell, so it doesn't count landers. That's the only sad part. But I do like the Terrapact Intimidator. So maybe we're looking at a rug pile. Equip creature, artifact equipment, I'm not huge on this. Sunstar Lightsmith. I mean, honestly, maybe I do just need to look at that red-white list. But I'm gonna stick with my landfall for now. I think this is probably the wrong move to be taking. But I'm a little bit hopeful that it can go well for us. Like I said, I really do like the landfall style decks. I think they're just more fun. So I started playing Magic way back. Ooh. Territorial Bruntar is an amazing card. 6 mana, 6/6 with Reach. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card this turn. Card advantage. Just straight card advantage. And I mean, I'm kind of here for that. Let's get that in here. Other good cards in the pack. These green-white cards are amazing. In the blue-white artifact deck that I had in my first ever draft, Steel Swarm Operator was amazing. I did really enjoy having lands to play with that. But let's take that Territorial Bruntar. We got another blue-red here. And that's a 2 or more spells. But I see a Sammy's Curiosity and a Cryogen Relic that are in our colors. Both of those are very good. Sammy's Curiosity is just a real quick fix. Turn 1, nothing feels better than gain 2 life and create a lander token so you can hit that extra land on turn 2, hit 4 mana on turn 3. Definitely some powerful opportunities there, but then you have the Cryogen Relic, some card advantage. Is a artifact for anything that cares about that. There's no real red cards in here, so there's nothing I'm really feeling pulling me in that direction. So we're going to go with the Sammy's Curiosity. Reach landfall. When a land enters, Bombard, I think, is the pick here. So we're seeing a lot of those, a lot of the red cards coming through. Um, I am a big fan of the Servandum. Enters or attacks other creatures you control, gain +1/+1 death touch. Very strong in the blue-white go wide deck. But I do think Bombard, deal 4 damage to target creature, very straight up removal. Um, Caveron Harrier, I think it is an interesting card. The fact you have to sacrifice the robot kind of sucks, so not exactly happy about that one. We do have 4/4 Landfall Trample here. The Ice Cave Crasher is an interesting one. Very simple. Ore Plate Pangolin. Ooh, whenever an artifact you control enters, you may pay 1 if you do put a 1/1 counter. See, now that sounds like a pretty good card. Beginning of your end step of non-land permanent spell was warp this turn. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Let's stick with... I can't believe a Depressurize is still in here. But let's stick with the 4/4. I like that 4/4 quite a bit. Ooh. We got another Territorial Bruntar, but we also have a Biomechan Engineer. And I do at this point think that I want to be solidly into blue as well, just because we should have the opportunity. Warp, this enters. Drix Fatemaker is also a very good card, but Territorial Bruntar is just amazing. We can't pass it up here. Ooh. And now we're getting paid off here. Use Social Engineering is a 5-mana enchantment. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token, and it has warp. So what I find is on turn 3, I was able to warp this in, play land, and get this out. Really, really great card. Really, really powerful. Powerful effect. We're just gonna grab another Sammy's Curiosity here. Very easy pick. 3/3 with reach. I do think that's what we're gonna want to be. This 1/1 Death Toucher is oddly powerful, especially in the like black-red artifact deck or black-white go wide. I've seen a lot of synergies with it. This time I think I'm gonna go with the Kavu. 4/5 reach. That's half the reason to go for it. There are quite a few flyers, especially when you look at like the Star Breach Whale. Maybe we splash white. If you control 2 or more taps, reach, landfall, I'm here for it. Oh! And look at us here. Now, if we can wield Tanook, that would be phenomenal. So Tanook, he is a 3-mana 2/4 landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tanook deals 1 damage to each opponent. If this is the second time this ability was resolved this turn, draw a card. Extremely powerful, especially when you're looking at all these different lander tokens that we're able to make. But Ice Still Explorer, playing an additional land, you may play them from your graveyard, and whenever you play a land, you can mill a card. Just very strong, and I'll be real. Well, you know, Tanook might be the better card here. I want Ice Still Explorer for my collection, but I'm going to take Tanook. I sold myself on it. Now, it's going to be really hard for me not to take Tanook Glacial Godmaw here. Let's see what we're looking at. Insect Scout, Scoutbringer, Roving Actuator, Void. When this creature enters, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery, copy it, you can pay it. So it's almost like a Snapcaster Mage on a 3/4 artifact. A little bit more difficult to activate, but I could definitely see it being useful. I do think Glacier Godmaw is the pick. I don't think it's relatively close. Ooh, we got the Avendo Waking Haven. The land enters tapped, it taps for green, and tap green for each creature you control. In limited, I do not think it's going to be very good, just to be clear. But it is an interesting card. Just something to pay attention to. I do think our pick is going to be Siege Ship Impact, destroy target artifact or enchantment. 2 mana or less, create a lander token. We want those landers. And now we're looking at a playable deck. So I'm looking, ooh, during your turn, other creatures you control gain +1/+0. They get a nice warp. Ooh. You're going to see Loki here. Hop down, Bubba. I got a cat who loves to be on camera. Oh, but I think I'm going to take the Stomping Ground purely because I want the Stomping Ground. You can't stop me. Mana fixing. When this deal 3 damage to any target, and then flying, the spacecraft gains +1/+2. Tap target creature you can activate only as a sorcery. I'm not seeing anything crazy in the blue, but let's grab this. We'll add it to the sideboard. 5 mana, 3 damage directly. Ooh. You're giving me a little bit of an error here. There we go. I was like, what's going on? And there's deal 3 damage station. So you can pump it pretty hard if you get that 8. Definitely something to think about. And it's also going to be really hard not to take that Sliver Overlord here. But you put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, actually, let's take it. Sometimes you got to draft for the collection, you know? Well, say, not in that case. And I am very tempted to do... Well, no. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment you control, except it's a legendary, is insane. But we should be okay without that. Here, the only thing we might remotely play is the Kavu. I do like the Red Tiger Mechan just because it acts as an artifact, but we do have the All Fate Scroll to kind of, you know, get us into those higher mana values, which is what we're looking to do anyway. We'll take that Incubator, add it directly to the sideboard. Kavron, Skywarden just keep coming around. So we're going to drop the Fungal Colossus. Germinating Worm is definitely very good. Alright. Let's see what we're working with here. I think we got to do 3 cuts. We're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 16, 17. So we're looking at 2 cuts. I do think it's gotta be probably... Well, first of all, we're gonna go down on a couple of islands, and we're gonna go up on some forests. Because we do not need that many. After that, I do like keeping some good low cost cards. We are pretty heavy over here. I think I'm gonna be dropping the Starbreach whale. At least, no, let's drop one of the whales. And let's drop the Germinating Worm. Actually, let's drop the Caveron and bring that Germinating Worm back. And so this is what we got. This is what we're looking. We got 2 Sammy's Curiosity to help fix us real early. 2 of the Terra Pact Intimidators, which are just insane. When this creature enters, target opponent may have you create 2 lander tokens. If they don't, make it a 4/3. Some good ramp in those All Fate Scrolls to Nook, and then we got some heavy beaters at the back end. I'm pretty confident in this deck. I haven't had a chance to play Rug yet, or Teamer, forgive me. My age is showing. Well, let's see. Oh, so how long have you guys been playing Magic? I'm actually super curious how this video is going to do. I have personally been on a huge journey 2025, and part of that journey of 2025 has been getting back into Magic. It's honestly been kind of insane. Ooh! And getting back into Magic purely because I get to see hands like this. Oh, gotta get those animations. See, I'm still getting into Arena as well, and I'm really liking what they've done. But alright, let's get the Sammy's Curiosity going. Now, let's start with the 0-4. We can make it a 2-4. You know, we can always threaten by place that down. Let's go. And we're gonna play 3-3 after. Get that pressure on. Sitting there with 7 cards in hand though. But we're gonna be hitting him for quite a bit if he doesn't do any blocking this turn, that's for sure. Islands. We'll take that. Get him down to 11. Play out a 2/2, which leaves the 5 on board. Oh, I suppose I could use that Death Touch trigger. It didn't really do much for us, though, I don't believe. Menon Uthros Exile. The mythic version of him is honestly kind of insane. It makes me want to do a mono blue commander. Frontline Rager, 3 mana 2/3 at the beginning of your end step if you control 2 or more tapped creatures. So he's getting some blockers here. Let's play out. Boom, Landfall when this enters. All X. I don't think there's anything that he could have here. I mean, he's at least in a very tough spot. Definitely do the trade-off. 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to... Let's just play this down. I was thinking about playing this first, purely because as Menace, it's 4/3, it could get through, and I don't have a land in hand to take advantage of this next turn. But if I do draw land, it's awesome. If I don't, I can play a lander, and it looks like he's, you know, not really doing much. There. Ha! And there's the concede. Awesome! You'll see my rank down here. I am Gold 2 Limited! I just got back into playing Magic with a Final Fantasy set, actually. And so I got back into playing some MTG Arena with Final Fantasy. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Hell yeah, I'm here for it, though. But yeah, 1 win, 0 losses. Awesome. Let's hop into it. Let's try again. Where's Quick Sword? Alright, we get the Territorial Brunntower, Samur's Curiosity. I'm here for it. I will say, I think these lands are some of the best lands I've ever seen. Like, I am so extremely impressed. Ooh. Honored Knight Captain. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Sacrifice this creature, search a library for an equipment card, and put it onto the battlefield shuffle. Dang! Okay, that's pretty good. We've drawn a couple lands, which is not a good spot to be in. But we do have a 4 that's going to be coming out next turn. So we've at least got that. Here is that Rayblade Trooper that we were looking at originally. Let's go pop this real quick. Enters, put 1/1 counter. We know how it goes. After that, let's play my Ice Crasher. We drew another mana source. Now, my new differently named land, so we get 3. Not bad, but that's also 7 mana. We are sitting on 7 mana in hand, which is, I mean, hell, we'll get there. Oh, this I don't like. I think we have to block that. He's got a trick. It's gonna be a double strike. Yeah. Wait. What was that spell? Target creature you control gains 1 double strike, draw a card. Oh, he wanted to do more damage. Okay, fair enough. I do think I tried a race here. So I'm doing math in my head and I'm like, does he actually think that he can... Oh, okay. Here we go. Draw a card. Now that's not a bad one. Exile cards from top of your library, exile, and you may cast that card this turn. So it don't matter if I play it this turn or not. But I do want to play it, so let's get it out there. And we'll do no attacks. Because as territorial Brun targets that stay out, I should be able to build up a ton of advantage here. I will block here to prevent a combat trick. We really just don't want to see a Banishing Light. That's my big worry. Come on, Quick Sort. We know you don't have it. Ooh! Is he going to play a second spell? And it's going to leave the battlefield this turn? Interesting. Is he going to target Territorial Brutar? He is. I'm going to no blocks. I think I have to no blocks. So let's start with this. And then we'll play this. And then what are you gonna do here? Let's activate that ability. Let's play this. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So next turn I can play this, play a land, and pop this to give trample to everything. So I do want to attack with this. If I can survive the turn, then I've got huge vigilance, haste, all that crap on all this. So he's gonna hit Territorial Bruntar. That's fine. Seam Red. Ooh. What's he gonna hit? He's gonna hit my 2/2. That's uh-oh. And that is lethal. Double. Yep, he's got me. Oh! That was a good one. If he didn't have that second removal spell, I had the double block at least. That was my expectation. That was a good deck. That 5-drop, that 5-mana green-white card, absolutely insane. Being able to draw with the counters is amazing ability. So my very first sealed that I did on Friday night, I had a green-white +1/+1 counters matter deck, I guess. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this looks amazing. We got something early. A little bit of interaction. Playing against the green-red. Blue-white. Wow, I'm playing green-red. You can tell. And now you can see Terra Pact Intimidator. Let's go. I've got a 4-3. Ooh. What you gonna do to it? Oh. I'm kinda surprised that he let it. Get in some damage while I can. Hopefully I can draw a land and I'm able to go use social engineering. Boom! That's exactly what I wanted. Sorry, I didn't even realize that was on me. I am going to warp this. So look at this. This is going to be a little bit of a fancy turn. We're going to warp. We're going to play. We're going to get a 2/2. And then we're going to bump. We're going to hit that station monitor. And then that's going to go to exile. And then next turn, hopefully I can cast it if I draw a land. If I don't draw land, I will probably play the Ice Cave Crasher. Ooh. I'm going to attack out. Focus Fire. Fair. I'm going to take 2, though. Okay, let's play the Ice Cave Crasher. There's an argument for Kev. Just not huge on it. 3 mana, 2/1. When this creature enters, look at the top card. Put one in your hand and the other in your graveyard. That's amazing. That's a really good card. Creature dog? Okay. So let's start. We're gonna do all attacks. I will take that. Let's just play a 5/5. We're gonna have a big old bot on the board. He is missing land drops. Ooh, well, not anymore. Hopefully there's something. Boom! Okay, nice. That puts us up 2-1. Not a bad little run here. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck. I really like I said, the Landfall Lander tokens when we get Spectral Denial. Not a bad card. And look at that, 250 gems, 2 packs. We want to get up into this 4 and 5 wins. So that's a sweet spot, 100%. The goal is to go infinite. I will say I've not been infinite on Arena. But I'm just getting started. It's a brand new event for me, brand new kind of experience. But these are the type of hands that I love. Oof, this hand is amazing. Just all green, makes you feel ready to get going in the morning. Have you guys been paying attention to the new commander decks? The new precons, I should say. I was never a commander player, but I've been getting into them more and more recently. And that Jund commander list with the sacking and the lands and all that, it looks super fun. I mean, I'm honestly kind of here for it. We got the instant seed ship impact just in case. Play a 2 mana enchantment. Do it. Just start me out. Beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more, put up 1 counter on target creature. Not bad. Okay. We're gonna sacrifice that lander. And we're gonna grab a mountain. Babu Landseeker. Let's do it. Make it in for 3. Not bad, not bad. Let's play this. Let's get in there. You wanna block me? No. I am gonna 100% activate this ability. And we're gonna go for Miley. Winning the race, winning the lands. He's got more card in hand, but I do have All Fate's Scroll to kind of refill. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got Glacier Godmaw coming out next turn. No, I don't. Sad days. You know, sometimes you hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's start by swinging. What are you gonna do here? I'm gonna take that 4. I appreciate that. Now let's play a 5/5. 5 that gains me 2. I'm gonna win this race even harder. Target artifact or creature's owner puts it on their choice of top or bottom. Yeah, I think it's just gonna go on top. I mean, you had to surveil 1, you spent 4 mana, but I gained 2. Like, you can hit me for 5, but I'm going to gain 2 again. Oh, I guess that has double strike, so there's that. Question is, do I block creatures you can control? I 100% block here. Oh shit. When this creature enters, draw a card. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, if you would draw 1 or you draw that many cards +1 instead. I don't know if that block was the great idea. So I want to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I play 3, you down to 3, up to 4. So I have 2 mana and I can pop 1 of these. Let's play this. Let's play this. I am gonna attack. Oh, they're gonna double trade? I feel like that was definitely a mistake. That was a mistake on their part. I will say, I really like those lands. I like the lands from this Edge of Eternity set a whole lot more than the lands from Dragons. But alright, let's see if he has the answer. If he has the answer to Glacier Godmaw, then that's kind of sad, and we hope we draw another Glacier Godmaw. If he doesn't, we're in a good spot. We're in a really good spot. Ooh. Return up to 2. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna do this one more time. Because if you can't do something about it, like, there's a lot that can go on here. Up to 5. I mean, if he could crew that whole thing and get up to 8. Ooh. So if I play... I play that. And then I just gotta sack some lander tokens. Boom! Not bad. I'm pretty proud of that one. That was a good win. That Glacier Godmaw is honestly very good though. I think the gold one. Hell yeah. I don't know what you get if you do like, excuse me, if you get better like bonuses at the end of the season or something like that. I've not paid much attention to Arena in all honesty. Nice EXP, nice gold. Alright, one more win, we're in the sweet spot. Cross your fingers, guys. Which, I think I'm gonna intro with nerds. I've owned up to being a nerd. I feel like nerds exist out there in the world, and we are, like, we exist. We're nerds, and that's how it do be. Gotta be proud to be a nerd. Gotta kind of, like, own up to it, you know what I mean? How long are we at this recording? 43 minutes. I'm kind of proud of myself so far. I mean, we still got a little bit to go, so don't let me toot my horn too much yet. Let's keep this 7. We're a little bit rough. Hopefully we can use that seed ship impact to get something. Ooh, I do not like that. And I'm not going to pay life. Exactly what we were looking for. And I don't want to give me the opportunity to make it back. Forgive me. 3/2 defender. As long as an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature can attack as though it didn't have defender. Not bad. Not great. I mean, honestly, not something I would probably put in my deck. Let's play this. Add one mana of any color, and it makes me... I can play the Starbreach Whale next turn. Look at these, look at the border on these, though. You see how that border is just a little bit heavier? Isn't that kind of crazy? I noticed it when I was opening packs as well. Indestructible. I mean, I guess you got to play an artifact, so there's that. Let's go with a 3/5 flyer. Oh, those are good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna put that in the graveyard though. Those are some solid cards though. I'm here for that. I personally really do love the artwork of this set. I think they've done a really, really good job. The 6/6 is one of my favorites, I will say. Mechan Shield Mate. I really do want to play the blue-red deck because the blue-red artifact deck looks absolutely insane. Like, imagine, these have to go late. Imagine having like 4 of these in your deck and you've got a couple of these. Mechazoa. Enter tap target artifact or creature opponent controls and put a stun. I see you. Warp warp. Let's see what we've got. Germinating Worm. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So why don't I do this? Yeah, I don't think I need to attack. I think I'm going to be able to like outlast when this creature enters. Yeah, because he's gonna come in and put a tap, blah 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 blah. Yes, 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 I understand. Mechazoa is an insanely good card. And at least it doesn't have flying itself. Self-island. Turn those, you can have them back. Let's play this and see what he does. Because I could possibly crew this. Now I've got Specimen Freighter. We got some good stuff going on. He's got some artifacts. Whenever a creature or artifact enters under your control, this deals 1 damage. So that's my big worry right now, is that he can play out some creatures. He's not going to do much. So if he tries to play that Mechan Shield Mate, put a counter there. Yeah, that opens it up for Bombard. You gonna attack? You got something that can kill my Specimen Freighter? Plasma Bolt. You do. Okay, nice. Let me just cards. Ooh, he decides enough. Good game. That's a really nice one. Ooh. Do I have fun? What do we do here, nerds? Do we have fun? I think we had fun. I think we had a lot of fun. That was a good one. Ooh. Oh, another palace. Honestly, I like that art quite a lot too. It almost looks like a Disney castle. So we're in the good spot. Getting up to 5 wins is going to be like the big one. So here's for all the marbles. Here's like the fingers crossed. I only pray that pray to the gods. Sephiroth that. No, I'm kidding. I was actually going to standard brawl Sephiroth, but I needed some Edge of Eternities cards, and so I was like, you know what? Let's just go play some Edge of Eternities. Let's just go get it out of the way and get some of those cards. Here, I think we're looking real good. So, do I... I do surveil this. Forest is gonna go into the graveyard, and Mountain stays on top. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the Mountain, yeah. So next turn I draw Mountain. I can play Tanook. No. Oh. I believe in Tanook. I don't believe in Tanook. I do believe in this next turn, so I'm going to be able to warp in your social engineering, play a land, and pop a lander token for 2 tokens. So there is at least that. Forest. And we'll grab another 2/2, and that can be exiled. And then next turn I can play it again, and play another land, get another robot. And we're in a really good spot, honestly. We're not in a good spot against that, except we got that Breach Whale, which is super nice, honestly. Five, 6. So I'm going to go up to 7, play the Starbreach Whale, but not Sammy's Curiosity as well. He's going to be able to swing for 5, so I do have a clock, but I'm going to get tokens. I'm on a much quicker clock. Bombard. Bombard might be good. Next turn, though. Yeah, let's just leave it on top because it's going to be useful for next turn. I'm going to play a Sammy's Curiosity so we can hang 2. And then we're going to see how he attacks. If I get the chance to go Glacier Godmaw, play a Mountain, I think we're probably in the clear. Depending on how he attacks here, of course. My 3 blocking it might slow him down. Oh, nope, it's not going to slow him down. My dude, that ends us the game. Take it. Sorry, Spoon 1 to 3. That one felt a little bit personal, I will say. Alright. We're doing really well with this red, green, splash, and blue landfall style deck. Another quick gold. 5-1. Looking to make it a 6-1. Fingers crossed here. And I've got this kind of like on lock. I've looked at a lot of the spoilers. I don't know every card that's in the set. And I've been like out of Magic for a while, so I've been trying to get myself reacquainted with all of the different, mechanics and all of that. This hand looks great. Terra Pact Intimidator is actually just an amazing Magic card. Go figure. We're gonna have that enter tap. A little bit of spaghetti code. It happens, it happens. These lands are absolutely astonishing. I do not think that they're my favorite lands. I definitely do enjoy, like I said, the new Edge of Eternities lands, and it may be just a product of this being the set that I'm starting back in. But I really do love the space-themed lands. They're phenomenal. And on top of that, so when I played Magic originally, I got started in Innistrad. Innistrad was my first ever set. Liliana of the Veil was my first ever big pull. And I remember playing Lingering Souls like no one's business. So that's where I come from. Ooh, we get to eat a Banishing Light here? I'm kind of here for that. Does this destroy artifact or enchantment? It is artifact or enchantment. But let's play on curve. We're still doing good on curve. We should still hit this. We have options. Because we can warp. Ooh. Now let's do the warp. Let's see what we've got going on here. 3 mana untapped. He's got a counter of some kind. We don't need these. Get out of here. Although, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Next. I do not feel the need to attack. Next turn I can definitely get that Starbreached Whale out. I do think I'm going to kill this Banishing Light. That can resolve. Maybe a 4-3? do think I swing with the 4-3. Surveil 2. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a lot of lands, so I definitely don't want that. Do I want the... Yeah, let's take it. I'll take the 3-3. It's not the most impactful card right now, but it will help with crewing. It'll help with getting lands out of that. Draw a card. What is that? Station. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to one other target becomes an artifact creature with base bound toughness. Interesting. Flying Vigilance 4/4. So I'm gonna all attack. And I'm gonna play a Galactic Wayfarer. And I'm gonna pop that lander token end of turn. And then next turn I'm gonna play Specimen Freighter to bounce their synthesizer lab ship that they're working on right now. I don't think that they can win this now. Because I bounce. Let's just activate. Go grab me a forest. They're gonna hit me for 4, down to 14. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we're gonna go boom. Return up 2 target non-spacecraft. Okay, so 2 of the blockers. And then I'm gonna all attacks. And he's gonna get hit for 10 minimum. Or well, sorry, 9 minimum. Good game! That was a pretty good one. Curved out. They got a little stalled on that one turn, and we rank up. Well, after gold, platinum. Hell yeah, platform. Let's go. I'm doing pretty good. Got a good rank up during this video. Achievement limited legends. We're gonna have to check all of that out. What does that put us? Oh, what's the card here? Building with draw 3 cards, creatures your opponents control. Not bad, not bad. All right, and this is the last one. Well, unless we lose, but we're not gonna lose. We've been on a really good hot streak since, what was it, game 2 that we lost? Was it game 1 that we lost? Did we start on a loss? I think we started with a win. I think game 2 was a loss, and we're looking honestly really solid at this point. For our first video, I'd say this is going pretty dang well. Starting 6-1, more Sammy's, double Sammy's, Seed Ship, Galactic. Oof. This team's great. We just need a little bit of top end. We had just a little bit more confident. Now my question. I 100% don't do anything here. I want to resolve this. If he wants to summon the token, that'll waste his turn. I'm gonna take this too. I don't know if I should take this too, but yeah. Let's take that out. I don't want to deal with the ram. We got another Sammy's to get us some life. Dauntless Robot. Exile opponent's graveyard, create a labor token. Sure. Well, hold off. I think I go bigger. I think I go bigger in general. So you want to bombard that? That's fair. Let me pop this for and then hit me for your 5. I don't think I want that. Yeah. Let's hold on to this in hand for right now for a landfall trigger. They've got a little bit of a quicker start than us, and we're definitely down on cards comparatively. But we've got all these lander tokens. We just got to be able to take it. Oh, Germinating Worm. Where's mine? Ah, haha. Alright, now I think we just start popping some landers. We're gonna all fate scroll, but then draw X. Uh-oh, I don't like that. I don't like that either. Uh-oh. This might be a rough one. This might be loss number 2 here. Holding up the confidence. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 in the mana department. We do still got a blocker, so we've got that going on. They're empty-handed. I'm empty-handed. I've got this big old draw if I can get it off. This lets him cast it again next turn. That's the only issue. Like, it doesn't get me any advantage, as opposed to this. Like... no X. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm gonna down to 1. Oh, do math. Oh, this has trample. Ha. Okay, you got me. Immediately. Here we go. This is the one that's for all the marbles. All the marbles right here. And just so you guys know, I will go in after we're finished and we're going to open up all these packs. My goal is to put together maybe a standard deck, maybe some standard brawl decks, maybe a brawl deck. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking at slowly building up my arena collection over time. But let's see how this goes. Let's try in this final match against Raijin. Also in Emerald, or Platinum. It's green. Why green? That's my question. Ooh. Nope. Sammy's Curiosity. We're going to keep the 6. And you know, we're going to send... we're going to send Glacier Godmaw back in. I don't feel good about that one, guys. I'll be real, I don't. I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel positive about it. It is a beautiful land. actually some beautiful. Actually beautiful. We're gonna get into the Cav Landseeker. We sacrifice that next turn and playing All Fate Scroll, being able to pop All Fate Scroll the turn after for 3. Ooh, that's not good. Oh shit, I was gonna pop that. That's my bad. Oh, dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have had perfect too. Dang it. He's getting land screwed. Winning game 7 with a land screw. I mean, hey, sometimes you do. That's a really sick card back, though, I will say. Big fan of that. Just get all these down. We'll play that out. All of the fucking lands. And then we're gonna go. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are only 6 lands left in my deck. Do I attack here? I don't think I do, because I'm just sacrificing a 2/1. Although they got the lands. Ooh. That's fair. That hard game. Hell yeah. Well, hey nerds, this has been a quick 7-2. My name's Cody. Thanks so much for joining me here. Stick around for a hot second while I go and open those packs. We had a spicy little green-red number. The couple of blues that the couple of blue cards we had were definitely with the flash. Well, let's go check out those packs. Oh, I love this part. Just boom, 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 all of them fill up. No mythics, nothing crazy. Cascading Cat. Regast! We got that Ice Explorer that I wanted that I didn't pick up in draft. Bioengineered Future. Not bad. Maybe we'll do some blue-white control, Cheon it up. But, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on this first video. Again, my name's Cody. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe, comment. I will be engaging with everything and everyone, at least for the foreseeable future. Thanks so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Talk to you all.